Hey there folks, I'm here at the Smithsonian Castle in the Ina de Hope Garden. You might have seen my other video on the needle palms, and I hope you enjoyed that. Lots of needle palms here, they do really well here. And now I wanted to make a video on a palm that's a bit more marginal here, but still does really well. It takes a pretty bad winter to knock them out, but I wanted to talk about a specific one in particular, and talk about its survival chances and what you guys think, because I always love hearing your guys' input. You guys, you know, I learned so much from you guys. So yeah, here at the Smithsonian Castle, lots of exotic plants planted. Huge Yucca rostrata there, needle palms over there, tropical palms and plants they have out in the summer, bring into the winter. And you see these ginkgo trees this time of year. Ginkgos are super cool trees. They just have this spectacular, bright yellow, almost aspen-like foliage, which is magnificent. And that is just really beautiful, really incredible. Foliage really lights up the building, spectacular. But yeah, here is the palm that I wanted to talk about, and it's this particular Trachycarpus fortunei windmill palm. And this palm, as you may have known, was growing at the Air and Space Museum for 21 years, planted in the year 2000. I don't, the oldest picture I've seen of it is like 2009, I think. And back then it was like, I don't know, it's probably still taller than me. I wonder how small it was when it was planted. I bet you it was like the size of my little ones. But it's amazing, never protected, made it through 21 winters here. Just incredible. Might have been 20 winters, but either way, I mean, it made it unprotected through that horrible 2013-14 winter where it just had a little scratch on it, just a little bit damaged. You know, it had some frond damage, but that killed a lot of trackies in the city. Our trachy population really went down after that winter, and this thing made it through, you know, with just a little beating. You know, it's just incredible. And people, you know, talk about the old microclimate where it was in front of the Air and Space Museum. That was really ideal. I wish they hadn't moved it. It was a perfect microclimate. And again, it was a great site, but people also need to give credit to this palm in particular. You know, there are other palms planted in very similar microclimates in the you know, in the Botanic Garden right nearby that haven't made it over the years. And this palm in particular, it's obviously a pretty hardy strain. I don't know where it's from in particular, where the seed was grown, but this is one hardy palm. And again, I was on my live stream, we had a lot of fun, and I came up to it and I was still blown away at the size of this thing. I was like, oh my God, it's like, it never gets old walking up to this palm. Just the size of that trunk is just insane. It is a huge windmill palm. And I can't believe it was never protected. It's just amazing how it made it. And I want to talk about its survival chances this winter. So now that it's moved here, it's probably at maybe a bit of a less ideal spot, not exactly as much up against the wall. And the big problem for me is, well, first of all, it's trying to become established. They did give it a full growing season. They moved it pretty well. They pencil pruned it up when they moved it, which is smart to conserve energy. So it's still recovering its crown, which it's done a pretty good job of. The camera just doesn't do it justice, by the way, but this root job, this is pretty poorly done. You can see these roots probably, you know, usually the trachy roots are going to be a bit exposed, like the top of them, but the soil should really go up to like here. It should be like at least 6 inches more in the ground, probably. So I was thinking, you know, I was hoping to come down here and find a bunch of leaves I could throw on top, but unfortunately the gardeners here are too good at cleaning up all those fallen leaves. So I'm thinking maybe I'm going to get some soil or something, or maybe just bring some leaves. I'm thinking probably for you know, just be easier to just bring some soil maybe, and at least cover those roots with some soil, because I'm kind of worried. I mean, you look at how many of these roots were cut away. Obviously, it's got a very big root system underground. I mean, the roots are pretty compact, but you know, I'm a bit worried about how exposed those are. So I'm thinking maybe I'm going to bring some soil and cover them up. Let me know what you guys think. But that's just what I was thinking. Look at this, like a fallen stalk, I guess. But yeah, this you know, this is one incredible palm, and just this matted trunk is just amazing. And I mean, just look at this thing. It's just unbelievable. It's unreal, really. I mean, to have this huge palm tree in DC. So yeah, so yeah, I'm thinking if it's a mild winter, it's gonna have no problem. If it's a moderately bad winter, I'm thinking it'll probably have no problem. And if it's a pretty bad winter, I'm thinking it might be a bit more, you know, a bit more of a challenge for it. Again, it's been through some really rough winters, so I'm not that doubtful, but there's some predictions of a lot of snow at least, which usually means some pretty low temperatures. Not always, but you know, it'll be interesting to see how it does. I'm hoping to at least cover those roots up. I wish I could like put some C9s around it at least, but I don't think they'd let me do that. Maybe they would. I should really just talk to the person in the Smithsonian who's in charge of it, and I don't know who I'd get in contact with, but I really need to you know, we need to work to preserve this palm, because this is just unbelievable, and we can't just let it go after having survived 21 years unprotected. And because it survived for so long unprotected, I'm not saying it's gonna like necessarily die here, but it should at least have done a better job with those roots. And again, there's people have been talking about, you know, trackies that survive like -5 in Texas or something, or even colder. So I think it'll do fine. I think if it's a bad winter, it'll definitely be a challenge. But I think it could probably pull through. You know, I mean, they're marginal to in this palm. They're marginal palms here, but this one has proven to be pretty bulletproof here. You know, in some really bad winters. So I'm hopeful, and we're just gonna have to see. But let me know your guys' thoughts on, you know, covering up the roots somehow, ways to protect it potentially. Not protect it, I don't want to like necessarily wrap it, but like maybe just little ways to help it out, like covering the roots up with some mulch or some leaf litter. What you guys think about its chances here? And again, I'm hopeful. I'm definitely hopeful. I mean, it's a great palm and it's done well so far. All right, folks, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Let me know what you guys think, and I always love hearing you guys' input. But yeah, really spectacular palm, and we're just so blessed to have this here. All right, take care, folks. Enjoy.